Hello everyone, I am out on the balcony. I've officially run out of places that I can do harmonica and work. So here we are. You're going to hear some background noise, and it is related to the fact that I live on a thoroughfare here in Denver, and it's noisy out here, but they're all busy doing like real jobs inside, and so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna come outside and I will just broadcast. I should have gone over to the shop, but I didn't, and so here I am out on the balcony. So you'll hear a bunch of background noise. It will not get in the way of us playing harmonica, though. That's the good news. So let me get this posted over on the website. The website is mammothgardens.com. We meet here at 5 o'clock every day, every weekday, to make sure that we get a little harmonica time in, half an hour of, we usually play, 6-7 songs a day. And this week we're playing just some tremendously lovely tunes. And in just a second here, we'll find out from people logging in whether they can hear me at all. I hope you can. Obviously, once we start playing harmonica, there'll be plenty of sound. But when you're just sitting here, you'll see that when we're just chatting, you'll hear a bunch of cars in the background as well, I'm sure. But yeah, they're all doing, like, they have jobs, you know, and so we have one person in the living room, another person in the bedroom, another person in the other bedroom, and there's just so much computing going on inside. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go out. I'm just gonna go outside, and here I am. Let's see, it's a beautiful day here in Denver. It's kind of overcast, probably in the 80s, I would guess. And yeah, so the rooftop deck is right above our house, so we'll probably create a few new fans from upstairs. Sandy's in from Michigan. 66 degrees, and just getting into evening time up there. Sounds wonderful. Sound and video are good, even with the background noise. Yeah, I live on 8th Avenue here in downtown, and so whenever the light changes, there'll be a rush of cars, and then there'll be a little quiet, and then a rush of cars, and so on. Let's see. Linda up in Vancouver is 90 degrees up there, and it's pretty crazy. They don't have air conditioning up there. Here comes Donna. Donna, everybody's online. So
can they hear all the noise?
Yes, they can hear the noise.
Why are you out here?
Because it's lovely. Marsha's in from North Carolina. Donna's standing right here, and she's worried that it's too noisy for you guys. So you could poke on there and say that the sound is fine. Video is now choppy. Oh, the video is choppy. Oh, that's a problem. That I can't fix. Diane is in. Let's see. It says I have excellent connection, so let's hope that clears up for you. Let's see. Marsha's in from North Carolina. Hot and humid down there. And Diane is here. She says the sound. So I've got good internet connection. I don't know why it's given us a fuss. I did this last night. All of a sudden the video got really choppy. So I do apologize. Right now I have a green light, which is the sign we're looking for. And we'll just go with this till things fall apart. How about that? As you guys know, it's never just straight up with me, right? There's always something we're dealing with. But what we don't allow to happen is it to get in the way of the rock and roll. We just keep playing. We just keep going. Let's see. I can't get my iPad to let me in. That's the next exciting thing. 9-0. Okay, here we go. Now I'm in. All right, good. All right, hopefully the video stays better. For those of you who were involved in last night's guitar practice, things did not go well there either. I feel actually pretty bad about last night's guitar work. So I'm going to try to do some videos this week and resend those out. That was kind of disappointing how that wrapped up. But harmonica, we're ready to go. Light just changed. The car should be quieting down here in just a moment. We're going to play Shenandoah. That's our... What is today? Thursday? That's our Thursday song. So let's grab Shenandoah and see how we are doing on that. Shenandoah. All right. We're going to play it 3 times through. There's a 3-beat count in, and you blow 3. So 3, 3, and 3. And then I have on the only note I have on my paper is when we wrap it up, end with a low chord. We've talked about chords a lot, and we have a couple of songs where we actually play a chord. And I think it's worth maybe taking a moment to talk about when you play a chord, multiple things. Now, sometimes you're playing chords and not meaning to, right? Like that. You don't want that. You want, when you're playing melody, you want a single note. But when you play a chord, if you can get 4 holes, air going through 4 holes, you're going to get a C chord. It always sounds really pretty. If you draw, you get different types of chords. Each of those has its own unique flavor and its own unique use, and we don't talk about those often, but those are useful for some stuff. But always on both chromatic and on diatonic, when you cover more than one hole, you're going to be blowing a C chord. Always sounds good no matter where it's at. In the music that we play, unless we're in a different key on the chromatic, sometimes we're doing that and it's not good. But it's a fun thing to practice so that you can get comfy doing and they do different things. The other thing that I don't talk about at all because it's too hard to teach is called tongue blocking. And that's where you're going to blow it through multiple holes, but then you use your tongue to stop certain holes. And that's the advanced harmonica players. They do a ton of tongue blocking, and so you would cover this, and then you tend to move your tongue around to get different tones. It's like sometimes you'll blow out of a low hole and a high hole, and then you use your tongue to block the 2 middle holes, stuff like that. It's really weird to learn a technique to learn. Once you learn it, you have a few more options of how you can get tones to come out of your harmonica. But again, it's one of those things to mess around with and try. But I don't know. I don't necessarily see it at the same level of importance as other techniques we use. And I also think more important than just about anything, when we're playing melody, that's what harmonica does the best. The second thing it does is blues chords, bent chords. So if you're not bending notes melody-wise, it's probably not time to talk about bending chords to play blues. That stuff, you hear that all the time among harmonica players. But I just think it's really, really, I like for you guys to have all of the possible thoughts as you're approaching an instrument, and then try different things and see which things fit into your wheelhouse and which ones don't. So when we talk chords, I think that's a fun activity. Then you can use your tongue to block certain other holes. Right? And it's weird to wander your tongue around in there, but just know it's a technique that we don't really talk about, that you should maybe sometime mess around with. All right, Shenandoah, 3-beat count in, 3 times through, blow 3 from the top. 1, 2, 3. use those chords. Makes me laugh every time. It makes me laugh every time. I don't know why. All right, isn't that pretty? That's a nice song. Marianne made it in. Good to see you. Marianne, you will hear a bunch of noise in the background. I'm sitting out on my balcony, and the cars go every time the light changes. There's a bunch of cars that go by. All right, we have a lot of people in our house these days, all on computers, and I thought, I'll just go outside. And then, of course, then Donna decided she's going to work on dishes rather than on the computer. So I don't know how it all works. I stay out of it. All right, let's see. Next thing, let's go into our songs of the week. Guys, I looked at "Smoke Gets in Your Eye," adding the ukulele line on there, and it's not just a matter of slapdashing it. It is a very difficult song to fit onto ukulele, so I'm going to work on that a little bit more. And I'm going to fix Mr. Bojangles, but not for this time around. So this time around, Mr. Bojangles is what it is, and let's go play it. Let's go try Mr. Bojangles. The problem with Mr. Bojangles is I took the original a little too seriously, and so the long notes are way too long here. Okay, so I knew a man Bojangles and he danced for you. And that's plenty long, right? So then I'm gonna get rid of those really really long notes that go on forever. For today, let's play a modified version of that. When we get to those long notes, I'll give you a head bob or something. You'll just listen really well, and I will lead you into the next set. It's just too long, and it's just not fun to play. So it'll be a 2-beat count-in. You're gonna blow 3. And remember that kind of raggedy rhythm, ba-ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, sort of a bouncy, weird rhythm in through there, and the whole song's that way actually. So we'll do it 2 times through. I think is fine. That's enough. We don't need to do more than twice through. Remember, when we get to 38 the second time through, you're going to skip 39, 40 and jump to dance. And it's fine, because honestly, here again at the end it says, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, and it's all the same, and it just feels really repetitive. So I think when I work on this, I'm going to get rid of the long notes, and I may tighten everything up a little bit, and then we might be able to get to more verses, is what I'm hoping. So let's give it a try today and see what happens. Okay, from the top, 2-beat count-in, and then blow 3. 1, 2. So that arrangement needs some work. I'm going to lose, like I said, I've told you 10 times or so, we don't need to repeat it. I'll repeat it one more time. I'm going to lose those long notes, and we're going to tighten up the ending quite a bit. It just feels so, I don't know, it's just, you need a band and a guitarist and everybody else. We need our full ensemble to make that song work, and I think we can make it better for harmonic. I'm pretty sure we can. I'm going to work on that this week. All right, next on our list of the hits, let's go grab Moon River. This is a good song. There's nothing wrong with this one. My one note on here says font. The font on the harmonica line is Arial, and I usually use New York Times, and so I don't know how that happened, but anyway, there we go. We got a different font. I gotta think through the fonts. From the top, 3-beat count in. Below 4, remember that first, you play all the way down to measure 42, come back, second time through, make sure you've marked at 38, you have to jump to 43. Alright. 1, 2, 3. that takes forever to play. My harmonica, the whole number 4 is putting up a fuss. Don't know why. Probably dirty. All right. I watched a video on how to clean your harmonica the other day, and the guy says, just run hot water through it and then dry it out. I'm like, oh, that seems probably like the right answer. All right, let's do Morning is Broken. Nice. Morning has broken, please. Morning has broken 2 times through, down to 24, come back to the top, and then down to the end, skipping 23 and 24. And remember, when you're in 3/8 time, the 8th note counts as 1 beat. So there's 3 beats in each measure, but you count the 8th notes. From the top, not fast. 1, 2, 3. Bum. I think part of the reason the harmonica is fighting back with me, and think about this where you're sitting, I normally have my sheet music sitting up, right, and so that I can keep better posture. Well, it's sitting on the table today, so I'm playing like this, blah, and I think that the moisture's tending to coagulate, congregate inside of here, and it makes it starts to play weird. So I don't know. When we first started these harmonica broadcasts, one of the guys that was coming in, soy farmer from Iowa, he says, "Gary, you gotta get your sheet music up. You gotta get your head up to keep the harmonica playing properly." So I took that as the gospel truth because I think he knew something about harmonica, and and ever since then I've never had any problem. Today I'm having a little bit of a problem because I'm looking down, and so just be thoughtful about that. Make sure your sheet music is set up where you can have better posture, and it might make playing easier if you're not doing that. All right, beautiful. There is Diatonic for the day. We only have a couple minutes left. Can't believe how fast time goes. So plan on tomorrow for sure hitting the chromatics pretty hard. Let's see. Since Smoke Gets in Your Eye is going to be the one that causes me trouble tomorrow, I would like to play it again today. So will you grab Smoke Gets in Your Eye? PQRS. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. And again, guys, I did try to put a ukulele line on this real fast this afternoon, and it's not going to be a real fast job. I'm going to have to rethink the key this is in, and I'm going to have to, because it's a big song. You can tell from the guitar tab, you've got a 7 on the 4th string and a 10 on the 1st string. Those notes are very far apart, and so and you can even see it in the sheet music itself. You go down to measure 5, and you see it drops all the way down below the second ledger line, and you're going all the way up to the high D. So it's a big song. It's really hard to fit onto a ukulele. So I may have to make I'm going to have to make some rather interesting adjustments. That's probably why I didn't put it on there in the first place, is because it was so hard to do. So I'll get something on there here in the next couple of days, hopefully, and then next time we play it, it'll be ready to go. The process on this: grab your chromatics, blow 4, and then it's just one time through all the way to the bottom. And I keep telling you guys this because I'm not paying attention to it myself, that you got to just trust the tablature, be reading the length of your notes. When you get to page 2, that's where everything gets a whole lot harder, and it's all correct. I don't have any notes on there at all other than just do it, right? Just do what it says. It's going to come out great. All right, and not fast. So real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. There. So we did it. We got through it today. All right, the light has changed. We got a moment of peace. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to try to find a real place to broadcast from that has real internet, and then you don't have weird video and weird sound and weird stuff going on. It's been quite a week. I'm having to adjust to having some house guests, and I'm loving that they're here, but it has made doing broadcasts rather challenging. So tomorrow we play through everything, heck or high water, right? So tomorrow, You Are My Sunshine, all the Diatonics, all the Summertimes, and I'm going to try to clean up Mr. Bojangles and Smoke Gets in Your Eye for the next time. So don't worry about it today. The sheet music you have today is the sheet music we'll use tomorrow, and then I'll get those cleaned up for the next time they come around. And the nice part is with playing 6 songs, well, really, yeah, 6 songs a week. It's a while before these songs show back up, and so it's sort of a new chance to hit them again. And hopefully each time I get them a little better, a little cleaner. Hopefully you're playing a little better and a little cleaner. Thank you all for being here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are having what I would call a perfect day in Denver. It looks like, it says 74 on my thing, so that's crazy. That's really nice. Overcast, still bright and sunny out, and so I think I'm winning. I think LG, I think you're losing. 90 degrees in Vancouver, and I will see all of you guys tomorrow. And yeah, that's what I know. Remember, if you're on ukulele, if you own a ukulele, Friday we get back at it. So Friday at 3 Denver time, we'll get back to playing ukulele solo style. So going to Kari's. Oh yeah, Kari's doing yeah, how exciting, over at the library. She does the sing-along. So good, have fun, Diane. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.